People, Deluded, I'm back again. Got my breath back. Saliba's officially been confirmed to sign for the club. Now, what we already know is that he'll spend the next season at Saint Etienne. He'll come to us as a 19, 20-year-old, depending on when his birthday is. Currently, he's 18 years of age, and I'm excited about his signing the most. I want a centre-half to come for this campaign. What the club do in that regards, whether it's a low-profile signing or another additional loan signing like Ceballos, who knows? But I need to see another centre-half. But at least with Saliba, I'm happy we got it over the line. We've had some anxious moments, back and forth with Saint Etienne. Obviously, the Spurs' interest, and 1 minute it was happening, 1 minute it wasn't. It's been a long, drawn-out process, like you saw with Ceballos. And typically, every Arsenal transfer is a long, dragged-out one. You look at Torreira, man them are tracking planes. You look at the Aubameyang one, everybody's seeing the man them out there in Germany and that. It's very much a soap opera of Arsenal and signings, man. I mean, it would be lovely to be like City one day and just wake up and they've signed Rodri and that, but this is my club and the club I love. I'm very excited to have Saliba, man, because if it's not Saliba, it's Todibo. If it's not Todibo, it's Upamecano. If it's not Upamecano, it's Canute. You get it, people. I've listed about 4 or 5. You could probably list more. There's something in the water in all positions in France, more so at centre-half, people. And to have someone not the most experienced, 18 years of age at this moment in time, 6'4", someone describes himself as a football obsessed person or football nerd. That's the sort of things you want to hear, people. That's the sort of things you want to see, because if you're addicted to something or you're really obsessed with something, you're going to do the extra work. There's players, why do you think some players that are average go on to do good things, and some players that are, I'm not saying he is or isn't, and some players that are mediocre achieve good careers? Because they do, it's what you do off the field, it's what you do after the training session and your manager's left you and your manager said you can go home. He strikes me as someone that's very dedicated to his craft, very dedicated to improving, and what more can you ask from that from a young lad? In hindsight, it's probably a good thing that he's staying at Saint Etienne for a year. You lot know me, I like young players. You lot know me, I haven't got much faith in a lot of these centre-halves. So regardless of him being raw or rough around several edges, I strongly doubt he could do much worse than some of the performances we've seen last season. But by the other token, now that the move's confirmed, he's been linked with us and several other clubs, and to be fair, for a young, inexperienced player on the large face of it for all his potential, maybe that has a negative effect. Obviously, it's flattering that you're linked with all clubs, but after a while, it plays on your mind. So to have clarity of where he's going next season, so he just needs to enjoy this last season with his current club, where he's come through their academy and whatnot. Try and polish up his game as much as he can for the next year, and prepare himself for coming to England, because he is going to make mistakes, people. I would love to see him get 30+ games under his belt this season, but he is going to make mistakes when he comes here because of the league, because he is a very young defender. Defenders get better with experience and being proactive. He's not there yet, so I think he's good. He's going to be a great signing for us, and he's probably like Guendouzi and Torreira. If they develop to the way I believe they can, they're not going to be here long, but he's going to be rough. And maybe it's a good thing he's staying there, because I just said at the beginning of this vid, we need a centre-half. I would like a centre-half, people. Obviously, a lot of people share that, but not many people are like you and me and consider that these lot are young players, let them develop. Because of our need for a centre-half, we're dying for a competent centre-half. There might be unhealthy pressure placed on his shoulders in that we expect him to be the messiah, to be the finished article, and he's just simply not that. He's a young player, so we need to just support him. You lot know me, as much as I can, I'm going to follow Saint Etienne throughout the season and bring my little updates and tell you lot how he's doing. I'm sure you lot will do the same thing. But I'm ecstatic to hear the signing of William Saliba, and I saw the little video on Arsenal.com. I'm pretty sure I saw him in a football shirt. In an Arsenal football shirt. So yeah, man, on top of liking him, I like him a bit more. I heard he listens to Migos and that, so he'll be cool, man. He'll fit in with the boys, assuming Lacazette, Aubameyang are all here next season. It won't be Nelson. He'll fit in with the group calmly, people. There's French speakers in the club, obviously in regards to Dani Ceballos. There's Spanish speakers, so he's joining a good knit, assuming everybody's here next season. For me, just enjoy this. I would love to just say to Saliba, welcome. Eventually when you come, I know you've been in London, but you're not officially, well, you're not going to start the season here. You're officially a player, but you're not going to start the season here. I wish you the best. Just go Saint Etienne, enjoy it, play for the fans, create some good memories with them fans, play for the manager, because I'm sure, I don't know if they got a new manager, but I assume he's the one that gave you a chance. Just focus on developing, and what each game with Saint Etienne, what improvements you can make in that game to give you a stronger chance in the Premier League. Because to grow, we need him to get destroyed. We need him to have bad games. It is what it is in that regards. But you're going against some good strikers in the league. You're going against Harry Kane, Sergio Aguero, Mo Salah, and Liverpool's demons in the front three. Not even away from that, they're street smart strikers. Again, Glenn Murray would have retired by then, but you've got Glenn Murray, you've got Shane Long, you've got Llorente. You might not think anything of these abilities, people, but as a fullback or a centre half, if I played there, these are the sort of guys I would find it tough against, because Kun won't give you a chance. Kane won't give you a chance. So Murray's street smart. He'll pull out and pull your shirt and do what he can and can't get away with. Shane Long the same. These are the guys. These are the sort of Llorente, physical handful. You see what he did to Deluded, even though he barely plays. These are the sort of individuals we need him to come against, and he's only going to get that with experience. So he's not going to be the finished article. So we're going to need to take our time with him, allow him to develop. Most and foremost, just get behind him. I would love him this season. Now that regardless of what I said, now that I'm talking about, I'd love him this season, because obviously you've got Joe, you've got Nelson, you've got Maitland-Niles, a couple young G's here and about the squad. Maybe it would have been good for Saliba, but at the end of the day, he needs guaranteed games to get under his belt. I think he would have got that here, but the club know more than me, Emre knows more than me. If they believe that it's best suited for him to stay a year, then he stays a year, man. I want this year to hurry up, because like I said, he's very young, he's 6'4", decent on the recovery, doesn't necessarily slide in, makes a slide tackle when he has to, but he's someone that relishes defending. He sees it as a craft more than just a job or his role. It's a craft, and from you do that, the potential's the world's your oyster, and you've got all the potential in the world. So I don't want to big him up unnecessarily. You lot know I think he's a good player. You lot can make your opinions. We'll watch him, like I said, here and there. I'll bring my little scouting videos and see what I can do for you lot. I'm not going to sit here, I'm going to say I'm going to watch all 38 St Etienne games, because it's impossible for me, but I'm going to try and do what I can. Like you saw with Reece Nelson and Belix loans and all these other things, what YouTubers are regularly documenting these things, whether it's youth football or whatnot. Give me my dues, people. You know me. The quality might be limited and all these things, but you know me. I really love football and I really do this. On that note, let me get back. It's rush hour. Need to go grab my bag and get the hell out of here. People, DG, man. I'm out.